You know you're probably an alien, right? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Spirit School. Yes, we are going there with this episode. I had a bunch of downloads come in, but this one in particular was genetic modification in species. Now, when I received this download, I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? It came to that because we are getting really close to disclosure at a large scale, there's some truths that need to be shared. Take it or leave it, but if this resonates with you, and you probably already know this information already, if you are into cosmic galactic history, human history, I'm not talking about histories with countries or things like that. I'm talking about human origins are not what people think they are. From the early times, our cosmic brothers and sisters were here before we were even created. Yes, created. Our progress here as humanity, we are part of this cosmic family. We ourselves are ETs. We have a variety of different DNA from our cosmic brothers and sisters within us. You might be like, is Jen batshit crazy? I know it sounds absolutely absurd, especially if this is the first time you're hearing this, but y'all, there's a reason why only less than 10% of our DNA can be identified. Scientists, researchers cannot figure out what the other 90% of our DNA is made of. There's a reason. Because it's not of here. And I know the idea, the thought of ETs seems so out there for some people, for some it isn't, but cannot possibly believe we are the only intelligent life out there. Many of you have these different DNA back before when they were experimenting and trying to genetically modify the human. The first beings that came here were trying to make slaves out of human to mine gold for them, the resources here. They were tired as hell doing it, so they were like, let's just create some species to do it. So they took the caveman, cavewoman DNA and they integrated it with theirs. And it didn't turn out too well. And then over time, highly evolved cosmic brothers and sisters came and started implementing their DNA as well. Without them, y'all, we would still be freaking chewing on branches, talking about, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to light fire. They've helped us so much throughout history. Saying this out the gate like this without any hesitation because I was shown different things, how beings were genetically modified, and not just here, like beings out there, y'all, across the universe. Genetic experiments is a standard. To us, it sounds so crazy and creepy here, but it's a standard. It's a standard out there. Beings are all trying to figure out how to make a better version of their own species so that they could survive and keep their civilization going. They're always experimenting and trying to research different DNAs and how certain species do this or do that, just like us here. Also enhanced for other reasons as well. You might already know this, but I'm being called to tell you because I got a fat download about it. It all ties into this disclosure of our true history here, and also when the time comes for disclosure, being comfortable to know this. You have all types of DNA within you, including reptilians. Yes, y'all. They also injected their DNA into human DNA as well. Those shadow parts of you, the low vibrational parts, aspects of you, that comes from the reptilian DNA. I know this sounds maybe wild, unless it landed on the alien side of TikTok, but all will come out in due time. I'm not pressed about that. Might seem like I'm really calm about this because I know it to be real. I do have my own personal experiences. You know, I talk about my Lyran Star fam. There's things I've experienced throughout life with them. Native American Hopi tribe shaman told me about my origin with the Lyrans, but also a seer many years ago told me that I had a little guy following me around. It was my guide, and I already knew what she meant. It was an ET. So this is not new to me. So a bitch is definitely not from here. Definitely a starseed. I always say, y'all, I have nothing to gain by sharing my experiences with you guys. I'm sharing to let you know that this shit is real. We are not the only beings in this universe. There are beings much more intelligent by a long shot than us out there. They come in all different shapes and sizes. There's some ones that look like they're nothing. Literally, there's some that look really funky. There's some that, you would think wouldn't even be a ET or an interdimensional being, but they are. They're very, 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 very smart. Very smart. I'm talking from animals to insects to blobs to, you know, really funky looking ones. Really funky looking ones, alright? All shapes and sizes, y'all. And they're out there trading resources and working together out in space, which is where we're aiming to go to in the near future, which will go hand in hand with disclosure. It's going to be shocking to some people, might not be shocking to many people, but it's definitely going to be known. I have my cosmic fam as part of my spirit team. Yeshua is also part of my spirit team. The divine is part of it. So there are no boundaries when it comes to guides because everything comes from God, source, the creator. We just operate at different dimensions, different frequencies, but we are all one because we all come from the creator, source energy. I have to also make an episode about the GFL because they're comprised of highly evolved, different interdimensional beings here to help humanity. Pretty much not govern in the way we think it is, but watch over this universe to make sure no crazy shit goes down. I know them to be real because I have been contacted by them twice. I've only had 2 experiences with them. Did not expect this, wasn't asking for it, it just happened. I connected with 2 of them. Don't know the first one's name. I think the second one is named Ashtar, Lord Ashtar, something like that. That was the more recent one in the last few months. The other being was many, 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 many years ago in my dream state. I went on to the GFL mothership, and I'll save another episode for that. What it felt like was they were checking in on me to make sure I was good. They have different reasons to connect with certain people. Do I feel like I am an ambassador for them like other people are? I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to see. But I mean, the fact that Ashtar reached out to me a couple of months ago is probably a reason. So I'm open to it. You know what I mean? I talk about this extensively on my YouTube. Go check it out. It's linked in bio. Or you can search Zen Gen's Spirit School wherever podcasts are found. My spirit team was like, it's time to go in now. Share all your experiences. You went through it for a reason. So you could talk about it. So here we are.